If you're going to be a people pleaser, at least please the right people. Buenas, my name is Renata. Welcome to my channel where I'm sharing my journey of allowing myself to be seen and heard after being silenced for some years. Getting right into the video, I was inspired to talk about this but because of a conversation I had with one of my girlfriends recently. We were just talking and she had did something helpful or kind or something like that, and I found myself being like, oh my gosh, thank you, like what can I do to reciprocate, doing too much. And she was like, girl, it's fine, like I love you, and if anything I wish I could have done more for you. And I was like, oh, okay. And it really made me think that I know a lot of us deal with people pleasing tendencies because of society, life, you know, all the things. Basically, it's a survival tactic. And in gaining that, you find yourself pleasing the wrong people. And so I'm not here to shame you into not being a people pleaser, period, because I know it's a hard habit to break. Here's some people that you can please until you realize that you are worthy of not having to overperform to be considered worthy. This is also so all of my genuine, kind, good people out there can stop feeling bad about being a good person, because everyone's like, oh, I'm in my villain era. And you wouldn't have to be in your villain era if the world wasn't turning you mean. And part of the reason, some of the things we can't help, right? But some things, it's like you want to become a villain now because you kept hanging out with villains. You kept giving all your time and energy to villains when you could have just been around other good people just like you, and y'all could have just stayed good people together. So, starting right off with point number one, I have 3 points. Point number one: be a people pleaser to people who pour into you. Some people will leave you feeling empty, while some people will reciprocate and fill you right back up. So, if you're someone who has softness, compassion, kindness, you might be generous or thoughtful. With those efforts and those characteristics, give it to people that give it back. I know I spent years giving my energy, power, time to people that they just went home and was like, wow, it was a great day for me, wasn't it? And I'm like, I mean, it could be a great day for me too if you would just reciprocate. And they would just be like, anyway. So, and that was draining. And that made me feel powerless and hopeless and stupid and goofy. And there was no reason for me to feel goofy or dumb or something for wanting to be helpful and or useful. I just was giving it to the wrong people. Not, you don't need to be exchanging energy with everyone, whether it's a job, family member relationship, etc. I started picking better people to put my energy into. I was like, oh, okay. Like I started having friends that were like, oh my gosh, Renata, I love that you did this for me. Like, thank you so much. And I was like, oh. And then, not saying I expected this, but later on down the road, they would do something thoughtful for me in exchange too. And I was like, wow, okay. Whereas before, people would be like, that's on you. Ain't nobody told you to be being all nice and stuff. Whatever. I need people to stop being bitter and bleeding all over each other, but that's another video. So you're not wrong for wanting to make people happy. You're just making the wrong people happy. Honor people that honor you, and that will make your people pleasing habit not as bad until you can let it go. Point number two: please people who respect your boundaries. Okay, the wrong people, when you have a moment where you step back and you say no because you don't have it, or because you need clarity, or because you might feel exhausted, you've been giving a lot. If whenever you push back, or not even push back, when you just stop, if the people you've been pleasing are like, oh no, see, oh my God, and I knew I didn't like you, or I knew I didn't, those are not the people you should have been pleased in the first place, because they were never going to give it to you. If it's bad enough to not reciprocate, it's even worse to, on top of that, also attack someone. Now you're wilding out. Please people that respect your boundaries. You shouldn't have to abandon yourself to please someone else. You should be able to take care of yourself well as well. And they're cool with you not having to give all the time. And not even just cool, they can give it back when they see you don't have it as well. And my third and last point, please people who support your healing and growth. There are some people that do not want you to grow or expand because then you're not as easy for them to use and control. Okay? But the right people will love who you are becoming, and it will be in full support of it as well. So whenever I decide to make this move to move out of the country and start my new life and et cetera, all the wrong people started to fall away. The wrong people that were like, you can't do this. You shouldn't do this. Why would you do this? Which were also the same people that anything else I did in the past, it was never good enough. Those people start to fall away, and I start to have new people come into my life that were like, yay, okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you, but also I'm finna book a flight to come visit you because yes, duh. And that made me so happy because I was like, oh my gosh, I am pleasing people who also want to please me or see me happy as well. People shouldn't be threatened by your evolution. People should see you wanting to evolve and be like, yes, yes, finally, you get to spread your wings and have the life you want to have. And that's all I've ever wanted for you. Those are the type of people you should be pleasing. And those are my 3 points. If you are going to be a people pleaser, please the right people, which are people who actually pour into you, people who respect your boundaries, and people who support your healing and your growth. I'm not here to shame you out of being a people pleaser because it is a survival tactic and it is hard to break in a world that forces you to comply or to be under people's control. My point here is you would be better off in at least giving that energy to people who can give it back. With that said, in the comments, have y'all ever been a people pleaser to people you felt safe pleasing or you knew that they would reciprocate? If so, let me know in the comments because I don't know how common this is and I'm interested to hear about it. Also remember that this is just something you can do until you get to the point that you realize you don't have to be a people pleaser to be considered or treated as the worthy human being you are. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Later.